Welcome to UF-OMG, where stories live.
Welcome to UF-OMG. Tonight's story is called The Signal from Erebus. 6 months before the Voidborn crew sets foot on Erebus, a lone deep space probe, Ether 9, drifts into the outer reaches of the solar system, tasked with mapping uncharted moons. On a routine sweep near Neptune's orbit, it detects a faint, erratic signal emanating from a rogue moon, Erebus. The signal, a low-frequency hum laced with unnatural patterns, triggers the probe's AI to flag it as a potential anomaly. Back on Earth, a secretive division of the USA analyzes the data, debating its origin, a natural phenomenon, a lost human transmission, or something else entirely. Dr. Elias Voss, then a consultant, argues it's evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence, but his warnings are dismissed until the signal abruptly shifts, broadcasting a single, chilling word in an unknown tongue. Days later, the probe goes dark. Unbeknownst to all, the moon stirs, its crimson fissures flickering faintly, as if aware it's been seen. The stage is set for a recon mission that will awaken the unknown.
The year is 2147, and humanity's reach stretches beyond Earth, threading through the asteroid belts and moons of the outer solar system. I'm Lieutenant Peter Kincaid, pilot of the Voidborn, a sleek recon ship built for speed and stealth. My crew, Dr. Elias Voss, xenobiologist, and Corporal Tim Reese, weapons specialist, were handpicked for a mission that started as routine. Investigate a strange signal pulsing from Erebus, a rogue moon drifting at the edge of Neptune's orbit.
Command called it a priority anomaly. We called it a paycheck. We were wrong. The signal hit our comms 3 days ago, erratic, layered, like a voice trapped in static. Elias said it wasn't human. Tim said it was probably a busted satellite. I didn't care what it was, so long as we logged it and got back to base. But as the Voidborn breached Erebus's thin atmosphere, the signal sharpened into a rhythmic hum that vibrated through the hull. The moon loomed ahead, a jagged sphere of black ice and crimson fissures glowing faintly, like veins under skin.
Touchdown in 5.
I said, guiding the ship toward a flat expanse near one of those fissures. The landing gear hissed as it met the surface, and the hum grew louder, rattling my teeth. Elias unstrapped first, his eyes glinting with that scientist gleam.
This isn't natural. That frequency, it's structured, intentional.
Great.
Tim muttered, slinging his pulse rifle over his shoulder.
So it's a trap. Fantastic.
Or a beacon.
Elias countered, grabbing his scanner.
Either way, we're here to find out.
We suited up, thermal armor, oxygen rigs, the works, and stepped onto Erebus. The ground crunched under my boots, brittle and glassy, while the fissure ahead pulsed with that eerie red light. The hum was everywhere now, seeping into my skull. Tim swept his rifle in arcs, his HUD scanning for movement. Elias's scanner beeped wildly.
I'm picking up electromagnetic spikes. And something else. Organic signatures deep below.
Before I could respond, the ground shuddered. A crack split the ice 50 meters ahead, and from it erupted a swarm of shapes. Dark, glistening, insect-like things with too many legs and eyes that burned like embers. Aliens, no question. They scuttled toward us fast, their claws sparking against the ice.
Contact!
Tim shouted, opening fire. Pulse rounds lit up the dark, shredding the front line, but more poured out. I drew my sidearm, a compact plasma pistol, and fired, each shot flaring green as it melted throughout their carapaces. Elias ducked behind me, yelling data into his comm. Useless, since the signal was jamming everything. "Fall back to the ship," I ordered, but the swarm split, flanking us. They weren't mindless, they were coordinated. I grabbed a grenade from my belt, primed it, and lobbed it into the fissure. The blast roared, collapsing the crack and burying dozens of them, but the survivors kept coming. We sprinted, Tim laying down suppressive fire while I hauled Elias along. The Voidborn was in sight when a new sound cut through the chaos, a deep, resonant screech that froze my blood. From the shadows of a nearby crater rose something bigger, much bigger. It was humanoid, but wrong. 8 feet tall, with a segmented exoskeleton, 4 arms tipped with scythe-like claws, and a head split by a maw of writhing tendrils. Its eyes locked on me, glowing the same red as the fissures.
Peter, move!
Tim shoved me as the thing lunged, its claws slashing where I'd stood. He fired point blank, rounds ricocheting off its armor. It backhanded him, sending him crashing into the ice 10 meters away. Elias screamed his name, but I grabbed him, dragging him toward the ship. The creature turned, its tendrils quivering, and charged. I hit the ramp control, and we stumbled inside as the Voidborn's engines roared to life. The thing slammed into the hull, rocking us, its claws screeching against metal. I strapped into the pilot's seat, hands flying over the controls. "Hold on." The ship lurched skyward, G-forces pinning us as Erebus shrank below. The creature clung on, smashing a claw through the cargo bay hatch. Alarms blared. Hull breach. I banked hard, spinning the Voidborn to shake it loose, but it held, tendrils snaking inside. Tim, bloodied but alive, staggered to his feet and grabbed a mag cannon from the wall. He fired, the recoil slamming him back as a slug punched through the alien's chest. It shrieked, lost its grip, and tumbled into the void. I leveled us out, heart pounding. "Tim, you good?" He coughed, wiping blood from his lip.
Peachy, what the hell was that?
Elias, pale and shaking, stared at his scanner.
That was the source. The signal's gone silent.
Silent? I checked the comms. He was right. No hum, no static, just dead air. So we killed it? Through the viewport, Erebus's surface was changing. The fissures flared brighter, red light pulsing in waves. Then, slowly, the moon began to crack open, revealing a colossal structure beneath. Towers of black metal, glowing with glyphs, rising from the ice like a waking giant. The scanner spiked again, organic signatures multiplying.
It wasn't a beacon, it was a lock, and we just broke it.
A new signal erupted across all channels, not a hum, but a voice, guttural and alien, speaking words I couldn't understand, but felt in my bones. The towers shuddered, and from them launched dozens of ships, angular and sleek, streaking toward us. I slammed the throttle, the Voidborn screaming as it hit max burn. The alien ships closed in, their weapons charging with a sickly green glow. Erebus loomed behind them, no longer a moon, but a fortress, a hive, a world of nightmares waking up. We'd poked the hornet's nest, and now the swarm was coming, for us, for Earth, for everything. The chase was on.
Welcome to UF-OMG.